Uh, are you ready to have your mind blown by some of the most trippy horror movies out there? Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more content like this. Uh, Horror movies have a way of getting under our skin, making us question what's real and what's not. They often tap into our deepest fears, making us confront the unknown. But what happens when the narrative is nonlinear, and the lines between reality and fantasy are blurred? What Imagine being on a wild ride where time and space are distorted and the rules of nature don't apply. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, these movies will take you on a journey that's more like a nightmare. Let's start with Mandy, a psychedelic horror film that follows a couple's descent into madness. The movie is a hallucinogenic ride with a narrative that's as fragmented as the characters' minds. Uh, Next up is Triangle, a horror thriller that keeps you guessing until the very end. The film's use of kind loops and nonlinear storytelling will keep you on the edge of your seat. Uh, Altered States is another mind-bending film that explores the concept of altered consciousness. The movie follows a scientist who experiments with sensory deprivation and hallucinogenic drugs, leading to a journey that's both fascinating and terrifying. Uh, a Lost Highway is a surrealist masterpiece um, that defies explanation. Uh, uh, the film follows a saxophonist who's accused of murdering his wife, but the narrative is as fragmented as his memories. Climax is a French horror film that's not for the faint of heart. Um, the movie follows a group of dancers who are spiked with LSD, leading to a wild and trippy ride that's as unpredictable as it is terrifying. In the Mouth of Madness is a meta horror film that blurs the lines between reality and fiction. Um, the movie follows an insurance investigator who's tasked with finding a missing horror novelist, but the journey takes him into the heart of madness. Jacob's Ladder is a psychological horror film that explores the concept of trauma and dissociation. The movie follows a Vietnam War veteran who's haunted by his past, and the narrative is as fragmented as his memories. Annihilation is a sci-fi horror film that's as intellectually stimulating as it is terrifying. The movie follows a group of scientists who venture into a disaster zone, but the journey takes them into a world that's both familiar and strange. Possession is a uh, supernatural horror film that's as bizarre as it is terrifying. The movie follows a woman who's possessed by a dark force, and the narrative is as unpredictable as it is unsettling. Finally, we have Videodrome, a body horror film that's as disturbing as it is mesmerizing. The movie follows a TV producer who's obsessed with a violent show, but the journey takes him into the heart of madness. Um, so there you have it. 10 trippy horror movies that will blow your mind. Uh, And remember, these films are not for the faint of heart. So proceed with caution. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.